Dear 2019. January went by in a giant blur. I went on a snowboarding trip, I spent some time at the beach, I went hiking, and visited Santa Monica at night. February was kicked off with a double date to the mountains to play in the snow. Christine, Austin, Kenny, and I were all basically kids sledding up and down and eating snacks all afternoon. I hosted a mini coworkers girls night at my place. I swear these girls just keep me laughing all night long. I had a catch-up shopping date with Jasmine in the OC. We finally started prep for Alex's wedding in May and celebrated Christine's 25th birthday over some great Korean food.
Happy birthday to you.
At the beginning of March, Kenny and I surprised Christine in Hawaii. She had no idea we were going to be there, and shout out to Austin for keeping it a secret since Christmas. It's always such a great time in Oahu, especially with new friends. Around this time, I also spent a lot of time with Farina, basically my YouTube sister. I dabbled in a few fashion videos and tried filming a few lookbooks. I actually had so much fun, and I really plan to continue to do this in the future. As I mentioned, my best friend Alex was getting married in May, and we kicked off the wedding season by hosting a bridal shower. The bridal shower was Pride and Prejudice themed, and needless to say, she loved it. At the end of April, we celebrated Alex's bachelorette in San Diego. Let's just say the crazy parts of a bachelorette never makes it to the internet. In the beginning of May, Kenny surprised me with a little date to the Disney pop-up in downtown Disney. I was honestly having Disney withdrawals from not renewing my pass, and this was just so perfect. On May 10, 2019, I had the honor of being part of Alex's wedding party as a bridesmaid. I really took my time, and we spent most of it just talking about our childhood together. I cried, I laughed, and danced the rest of the night away. The weekend after, Kenny's cousin also got married out in Temecula. The venue was so cute and overall a nice and simple wedding. Of course, the next day we did some wine tasting because that's just what you do out in Temecula. Also in May, I finally found time to meet my Instagram friend Shirley, aka Classified Closet, in person. We instantly connected and met a few other times throughout the year. At the end of May, I took a trip to Kona, Hawaii with my family. It was my parents' 25th wedding anniversary, and this was a very rare occasion that my brothers and I all had the same free schedule. It was my first time on this island, and the resort we stayed at and the views were absolutely stunning. Mission surprise Farina. Farina's birthday was the 6th of June. A few of her friends and I went over to her place at midnight to surprise her, and I think she had no idea. I had a late Mother's Day celebration with my mom at Morning Lavender for afternoon tea. Tea parties were always my biggest thing growing up, and it was pretty special to do it with my mom. For the July 4th weekend, I last minute joined on a planned trip to Sedona, Arizona. It was supposed to be a camping trip to enjoy the beautiful stars, but it was secretly a plan for Nat to propose to Lauren. Lauren did say yes, so it was all worth it. Congratulations! Nat also ended up booking some hotel rooms for us, so we didn't have to sleep outside and we could all just enjoy Sedona. Actually, we didn't completely get to relax. We also took the deadliest hike of my entire life. I literally cried half the time and really thought I was just gonna die there. Nonetheless, Sedona was really beautiful, and I would definitely visit again. No more hikes though. For Kenny's birthday, we took a road trip up to NorCal with his best friend Min. We visited the Apple campus in Cupertino and did some touristy things up in San Francisco. Coming down, we stopped by the Monterey Bay Aquarium. I love ocean life, and honestly, the animals were so cute. Coming down, we drove along the PCH and spent a night camping in Big Sur. I've always loved being by the beach, and having a spot just surrounded by nature and knowing the shore was right there, camping wasn't too bad. In August, I gave my bedroom a full makeover. It was so tiring, but it was the best thing I could have done for myself. In the middle of August, we went camping for Kenny's niece's birthday at Shaver Lake. It was my first time kayaking, and my arms were so sore afterwards. Around this time, I also started taking Pilates at my local gym. This was the first workout class since taking morning yoga in college that I really fell in love with. In September, Kenny and I celebrated our 4-year anniversary. Actually, on the very day of our anniversary, I started an internship with Selah Collection. The best part of this internship was my boss. Not only did she give me multiple opportunities to learn new skills, but I knew that she truly cared about my growth as a person. I want to take this time to pause this recap and share something truly personal in my life. One huge thing that impacted my life this year was my aunt's retirement to the Philippines. Tita Bells was my aunt that lived with my family and I for the past 18 years. She wasn't family by blood, but she basically raised my mom and then my brothers and I. She was never angry with us. She never complained. Every day she just took care of my family with everything that she could.
Wow, what's this?
Her leaving really emphasized this whole perspective thing for me. I really wish I spent more time with her and not kind of just going on with my own life. I felt like I took for granted every little thing she would take care of, and for whatever reason, I always thought she'd be there at home just waiting for me. She was the greatest example of unconditional love that I will probably ever know. The end of the year always just goes by super fast from here. My birthday is in the beginning of November. I turned 25. On a happier note, I spent the weekend with my best friends out in Palm Desert. I love these people to death, and celebrating without them wouldn't be the same. And then December quickly comes around with the hustle and bustle of the holidays. I won't recap too much of December because I did do Vlogmas. But definitely one of the highlights that I can't forget to mention was seeing my husband's, aka the Jonas Brothers, live after 10 years. I closed off the end of the year counting down at home with my family and my friends, and there goes 2019. 2019, thank you. Thank you for teaching me so much. Yours truly, Nikkagabrielle.